I'm Michaela.
And I'm Milan.
And this is Unfiltered, Uncorked.
So for our first episode, we just want to start with a little about ourselves because what's better to talk about than us? Okay, so Michaela, tell me a little bit more about yourself for our listeners and how you got into the wine industry.
Of course. I am a California native. I am a Texas Aggie. And I studied horticulture, got my major in horticulture. And then from there, I went right into the wine industry, worked at a small boutique winery, and then grew from there. My passion's out in the vineyard. I am a plant nerd through and through.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Yes. Milan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm also a California native, also an Aggie grad, and also majored in horticulture at A&M. No, Michaela and I have not known each other for our whole lives. We actually met, like 2 months ago? Maybe a month ago? And I just decided to become a winemaker. Growing up in California, I loved chemistry and I love working outdoors, and I wanted to combine the both of them. And so that's how I decided to work in the wine industry. And Michaela's doing more vineyard, but I like to personally do more of the hands-on winemaking stuff. So
we make the perfect pair.
I agree. So why are we doing this podcast?
So between the two of us, as we just said, we cover the vineyard to the cellar. We're the full circle.
And honestly, every single time we hang out, we just can't stop laughing. At work, they call us the hyenas. And we think we're pretty funny, so hopefully y'all do too. But we also just wanted to educate and make wine tasting and drinking fun for everybody.
Yes. This podcast is going to be part wine, part life, part comedy, and definitely unfiltered.
And along the way, it won't be just us. We'll have some guests too, wine enthusiasts, friends, and stories worth sharing with a glass of wine.
So grab a glass, join the conversation, and let's uncork it.
Okay, so Michaela, I got something to tell you.
What are you gonna tell me?
We got a wine of the week.
What's the wine of the week?
The wine of the week is Veuve Clicquot Rosé Champagne.
A little bit about the history of this wine and why it's a little special to us. It is simply history in a bottle, so we're excited to pop it open and drink it today. The Champagne house in about 1772 was originally bought by the Clicquots, if I'm saying that correctly. But it didn't really start taking off until Barb took over. And what happened was her husband... Since we popped the champagne, I got a little distracted. Sorry about that. But as I was saying, in 1772, Barb is her name. Her husband had died. So at the age of 25, she stepped in to run the champagne house. She changed champagne forever by inventing the riddling process. And in 1818, creating the world's first blend rosé champagne by adding a splash of Pinot Noir. 2 centuries later, the same idea still gives Veuve Rosé its signature color, elegance, and red berry sparkling. With that being said, Milan, do you want to describe the riddling process?
Yeah, so with the riddling process, basically what happens is obviously you put the wine in the bottle, and from there you put it on a rack and slightly twist and turn the bottle slowly, and going from horizontal to straight. And from doing that, all the sediment will collect at the top, and then you pop it open, you top it off, and you close it up, and that's how it happens. A lot more to it, but that's just a little spiel.
So, tasting notes of our wine of the week. It basically tastes like strawberries and raspberries decided to throw a garden party and invited a little citrus zest and buttery pastry to join. It's fresh, bubbly, and just rich enough to feel fancy without being heavy. Think bright red berries, a hint of floral, and the classic champagne toastiness at the end.
You ready to try it?
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. You know, from traveling to California to Texas and again in the car, this tastes really good.
I like it. I'm even gonna pop a berry in there.
A berry? Oh, inside of it. Nice. I'm gonna eat it. Okay, so pairings. What can you pair with this Veuve Clicquot Champagne Rosé, or maybe even other bubbly rosé? First, we have some raspberries to get those berry notes in, and some strawberries as well. Along with those berries, we have some fig jam. Want to talk about some of the other pairings that we have here?
Yes, I would love to. For our spread for our pairing today, we have triple cream brie, we have salami, prosciutto, berries, strawberries, and raspberries. We also have sushi. We have spicy tuna and California roll.
I think it's crunchy California roll.
Crunchy California roll. We have buttery popcorn. We also have marinated goat cheese and dill and
like lemon herb, I think it was.
yes, and some oil. We also have big jam as a spreading. I believe that's it. Oh, we have baked potato chips as well. We just wanted to give you an assortment of different things that you could potentially pair.
And the reason why we decided to choose some of these options is because the acidity and bubbly cuts through the fat. The fruits from the strawberries and the berries kind of mimic the berry notes in the rosé, and the salt amplifies the flavor as well.
So, Milan, if you could tell us maybe why sushi, because I feel like that's not something commonly paired with a champagne.
Yeah, so I feel like most people think sake is best with sushi, but honestly, champagne is the secret flex. Right?
Agree.
With spicy tuna, the bubbles calm the heat, but still let the flavor shine. And with the California roll, the rosé basically acts like a squeeze of lemon, keeping it refreshing, bright, and a way fancier than any red it has to be. So
perfect. Cheers to that.
Speaking about sushi, I'm surprised.
Okay, what's the surprise?
Sometimes you can eat sushi with your hands. Sometimes you can eat it with a fork. But I got chopsticks, and not any chopsticks. Star Wars chopsticks.
Love it.
Okay, I'm making you choose behind my back.
Okay, I can see them.
My bad. Okay, can you see them now?
No.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay, choose left. This hand. You got Darth Vader's.
Woo! How do you know they're Darth Vader? Oh, the darkness.
Darth Vader has.
He's dark.
No, red.
Oh.
That's okay.
As you can tell, very. Oh, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Okay, so this is gonna be the spicy tuna.
I did it.
Cheers. About the noises of us chewing.
I'm not a big sushi fan, but I like that.
HEB, everybody. Yeah. That works really well together. I will say. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. Cheers. I was so hungry.
Me too.
Now we gotta do crunchy. That last bite I just had was really spicy.
Okay.
Okay. Crunchy. Here, you can have that one.
No, it's too big.
No?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Yep.
I'm determined.
Okay, so now we have the crunchy California. There you go.
I like it.
You like them? They're gonna get these ASMR. I'm chewing.
I like.
I think I like the chip better than the crunchy
I do
California
too.
with the popcorn, buttery popcorn.
Dang, you're impressive with these things.
Took a long time to learn how to use these bad boys, and I will say these are the hard ones
Cool. Just gonna send it back down then.
because they're like plastic and not wood, so it just
Oh.
it slides right off.
Oh.
But they're really cool, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
What do you think of popcorn?
I know, try. I think popcorn's right. You ready for the goat cheese? Or should we do brie first? Because I feel brie's. I think we should do brie first and then goat cheese.
Do you want a cracker?
Oh yes, please. Okay, so cracker, triple cream brie. Is that what it's called? Maybe.
With some prosciutto.
Some prosciutto. Smell it again. No, please.
Oh, oh.
Awesome sauce.
Cool. I did too. I think we're pretty hungry. I feel like we should
Finish. Some might say.
start. Does it go with the fig?
I find brie to be best with something sweet or like jammy. So I usually like to eat it with some jam or some honey.
I could eat brie like an apple.
Please don't.
I love
If
brie.
I come to a block of brie and there's cheese bites in it,
That would be me.
Oh yeah. That's the combo of a lifetime right there. Did you get your hair
No.
in it?
Oh yeah. I did a little bit.
I will say something we forgot to talk about is the appearance of the bubbles.
Walk us through it.
Okay, so first let's look at the color. I find this one to be a little bit more medium, light to medium. It's not super heavy. I have seen heavier colored rosés. The clarity definitely there. You can see it right through this bad boy. You can see the bubbles bubble in. I had a hazy rosé one time. I think it had to be the best rosé I ever had in my life. Some more Texas winery too.
What?
Go for it. Thanks. You're so nice. Wait.
I think we should talk about what happened today. Buc-ee's. So if you haven't figured out yet, we live in Texas currently. And we work together. That's how we
met.
That's how we met. And cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my god.
Good. That was a really good choice. That's okay.
Really wanted that cracker.
My floor is semi-clean. Just eat it.
So Milan and I were at Buc-ee's today. And when you walk into Buc-ee's,
We just got welcomed by every Buc-ee's employee. Man, we got welcomed. What? There was like, welcome into Buc-ee's. Welcome into Buc-ee's. Welcome into Buc-ee's. I was like, welcome into Buc-ee's. Like, this is great. I've never felt so welcome in my life. Good Lord.
we were welcome.
I
was going to say that there is a boutique inside Buc-ee's. When you walk in, there's boutique, there's food, there's honestly anything you can think about in there. But yes, we were welcomed by many people. we're walking around, and in the kids section, there's all this Halloween stuff out. And Miss Milan looks at the Halloween thing, like it was closed, and she looks at the Halloween children clothes, and it was like she was offended that it was on the rack. She's Renee. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. And then I started laughing, and she looked at me like, "Why are you laughing?" Like I was the idiot.
You called me an idiot.
No, you looked at me like that. I like it. So that was our experience today.
Oh, so the moral of the story: Thanksgiving is after Halloween.
And Halloween is the next.
There's not a
holiday
holiday before it.
Labor Day. Is that really a holiday?
No, because we have to
We
work.
work.
Not no holiday in my book. I'm not working on that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a holiday for everyone else.
We should talk more about work.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had to take samples.
Ooh, yes, we should talk about this.
Of what, you may ask?
Petioles. And
what's a petiole?
The petiole is the leaf stem that is connected to the cane, which is also connected to the cordon.
Yeah. So we actually had to take how many
80
times?
80 petiole samples per varietal.
And there were 3 varietals.
We were out there all day.
She got out there at 8. I got there at 9, and we were out there till 2.
It took a while.
It took a really long time. And for some reason, it took us to the very last variety to figure out like a really quick strategy.
Yeah.
But basically, this is a very traumatic experience to have to relive.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. I need to preface, I was also driving. Oh, hold on. Okay. I need to preface that I was also driving. So I was driving. Foot is on the brake, mind you, because we have to stop. I'm turning. Is this OSHA approved? What I did? We're about to find out. Is OSHA even the right one?
I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. We'll figure that one out.
Yeah, that's a question I'm not quite sure.
So, foot on the brake. I'm reaching out and I'm going to pick a sample, and I'm just la-di-da with my day. And I found a great sample. And I went to go pick it, and I'm like, okay. And it took me a really long time to figure this out. There was a wasp on my hand. I didn't realize this wasp had been on my hand for a fat minute. I didn't realize it was on my hand until it stung me. Mind you, I'm still halfway reached out of the, why am I forgetting what it's called?
A gator.
The gator, thank you. I am halfway reached out of the gator with the freaking petiole sample in my hand. Sting. I didn't know what else to do. And like I didn't feel it. I didn't realize it was on my hand, and it stings me so freaking hard, dude. And I just feel this sting, and I scream. I scream so freaking loud, and I just start flailing my hands. Apparently, they got some really good grip because it stayed. in my vicinity, like on my hand, while I flung it around, and then it like got on my shirt, and I'm like trying to swipe it off my shirt and get it off me. Stings my stomach. The same one, not multiple, just this one, and stings my stomach, and it hurts. It hurts so bad. I'm freaking out. And Michaela's laughing so hard. She's trying to tell me to drive. But also, mind you, I was halfway out of the gator. And I'm flying around. And yeah.
So
It was
Milan and I,
painful.
like we said, just met. So I've never been in a situation like Milan. And I was just sitting there counting petioles, I think.
Because mind you, every single time she counted petioles,
it was wrong.
At least 20 off. At least.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how to count. But and next thing I know is I hear this loud ass scream, and I'm like, what happened? She's flailing, freaking out, all of this stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I see the wasp fly away. And I was laughing so hard, I was crying. And then I felt rude because I thought she was crying, but no, she was just laughing.
So hard, I was crying.
But
Maybe
we
a
made
little
it out
bit.
alive.
I made it out alive. Barely.
And the entire time I just was trying to tell her to drive because there was a nest right there. And all I could do was point because I was laughing so hard.
I'm currently tracking the red that's going down my wrist to see if I'm still alive by the end of the day. I'm currently right here. It hasn't moved since, so that's a good sign. I think.
No, I think that is a good sign.
I think so too. Okay, we should probably get back to this Veuve Clicquot Champagne Rosé. So this bottle of Veuve Clicquot Rosé was actually a graduation gift for me when I graduated from Texas A&M from one of my best friends and her moms. And we thought, what better way to pop it open than our very first podcast episode?
For sure. I'm excited that I'm glad that we did that. It's delicious. And it feels like a full circle moment. The champagne was meant to celebrate a milestone, and now we're starting a brand new one. And Madame Clicquot created the world's first rosé champagne back in 1818 as a way to do something different. And in the same spirit, we're starting the podcast. So it's a little unfiltered, a little uncorked, and definitely worth toasting to. Cheers. Cheers.
So something that me and Michaela also bond on, we have a lot in common. We're like copy and paste.
It's a little scary.
It's a bit scary how we're very much. But we also enjoy reading. And so we also thought about doing a book of the month. So the first book is actually going to be Veuve Clicquot. So what we're going to be doing is for our next episode, we're going to be talking about the first couple chapters of Veuve Clicquot. So this is going to be our book for the month. And we thought it'd be super cool to pair it with the rosé. So
yeah,
it's going to be fun. We're going to definitely do some wine-inspired books.
Yeah.
Whether it be about making wine, a story behind wine, a story of wine, growing grapes. Can't forget about the grapes. Or even a fictional book as well, too. So, yeah, this is going to be book number 1. Really excited to start it.
And another thing is we'll be doing Wine of the Week, hopefully every podcast. So we'll be featuring a new wine, pairing it with something, trying the pairing, seeing if it worked out, and then also talking about the wine. And maybe if we've been a part of the experience of making that, not necessarily the wine we're drinking, but that varietal of some sort, and what we've learned through our experience with that as well.
I unfortunately have not made any form of bubbles.
I've done pet nat.
Okay.
So I've done the riddling and the disgorging. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Yes, and it takes a long time.
Well,
pet nat is a long time.
Yeah.
But Not like years or anything. Definitely like months. But I don't know. It was definitely an experience I didn't think about for sure. But the riddling, that was my job. And then it is pretty cool to see the cork frozen at the bottom.
Really?
And then you finally
do
get
that
it
so
all at the
bad.
bottom. One time we did it and we filled the bottles, right? And then it ferments in the bottle pet nat, and then we laid them down in tea bins. Yeah. And the like tabs that we had put on them
More brain.
and they leaked.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, we came back and there were bugs everywhere, like gnats
No.
everywhere. It was a mess. Yeah.
Okay, I've done the beginning process of making a bubbly, but I've never actually gotten to the riddling, the disgorgement process of making a bubbly. Might I add?
That's what the next years of our lives are for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it was fun. And we always started like our harvest with, or at the end of our harvest, with drinking wine. So I don't know if this is true or not, but I was told at the other winery we did this, that you don't drink wine throughout harvest. It's like a bad omen or bad luck or something. I could be so wrong. It could be the other way around. But I think it's throughout harvest, and then at the end of harvest, you toast to it and you drink wine because harvest is over. And so we always did it with our pet nat from the year, from harvests last year.
Yeah, I've never heard about that. If that was the case, we would have been screwed because I probably had 2 bottles of wine with my uncle almost every night for dinner. With dinner. When I was
That's healthy.
When I was making wine and kettle. Hey, I gotta support.
I gotta support. True. But it was something cool we did every time. Is we got to then drink our pet nat.
I like that. That's cute.
From the year before.
I like that a lot.
And we would only stomp the pet nat grapes.
You guys did stomp? How'd you guys stomp?
We got in the fermentation bin and stomped.
No, I know that. But
oh.
Did y'all do no bare feet, right? You guys sanitize your feet or something?
We ozone them.
You ozone them?
We ozone them.
And the one time I stomped, it was for a bubbly rosé. I think it might have been a Pinot Noir rosé. I have to look at it again. But it was actually really good. I don't have any more, unfortunately. Allie has one, actually.
That you stomped?
But cool. What we did is we have these rubber boots.
Mm-hmm.
I took a scrubber and I just scrubbed them with Star San. So Star San is if you did a triple clean, but it's in one. So you don't have to ozone them afterwards because they had already been and scrubbed the heck. And then I just went in the tea bin and stomped on them. I did about 14 tea bins. It was a workout, to say the least. I had them bring me a t-shirt because I was getting so hot.
Was this at your current
job? No, it was one in California.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, I did I did a fermentation bin.
Okay.
So it was a little bit bigger. But we would also do it our harvest event was our members got to come and pick and then stop it, and they loved it, and it was free labor. So we didn't really have to. The only time that I've really stepped on grapes is when our press broke.
Damn, that's gotta suck. Yeah.
That's a good pour.
Thanks.
So for our next activity that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing 20 questions. So they're going to be different between wine related, personal, unhinged, a little bit of everything.
You ready to start? Just so y'all can get to know us a little more too. Okay. First question. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
Okay, then you ask that one to me.
that's what I was saying. Okay. As I just shoved my mouth with fucking food. What a fat. Okay. Okay. Now, Milan, if you had to drink only one wine varietal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's hard. I would have to say, okay, so right now my favorite wine is a Zinfandel,
Okay.
a red Zinfandel. But if it was for the rest of my life, I think a Pinot Noir.
I feel like that's a very good choice.
Yeah, I feel like it's for me. Pinot Noirs tend to be like lighter and like really fresh, not super heavy. Something you can drink throughout the day.
Yeah, and I feel like you can drink it with a lot of different things.
Exactly. Yeah, I love a good Pinot Noir. Definitely like a good Paso Robles Pinot Noir. I've gotten to love those last year, so I definitely think that's something I would drink for the rest of my life.
Good answer.
Thank you. Okay, what is your dream country to go and visit, like a winery and vineyard? What country would you go to that you'd want to see that winery or vineyard in?
I really want to visit Tuscany. That is like one place I haven't gone. And do like a wine tour all throughout France. Wait, is that what you asked? Okay. Those two are like in Spain. I really want to go to Spain. My parents did the whole Portugal trip and they weren't very impressed.
Oh,
So I definitely want to do like Spain and
it'd be cool to work in Portugal.
Yeah, she did a tour and they used massive clay pots.
Really? That's so cool.
I wish. But yeah, I would say Europe, obviously. I feel like that's a basic answer, but
I think it's basic, but I feel like we haven't really been able to experience it, and I feel like that's what we've been taught the most of. And I think being able to see it in person would be super cool.
I think it would be amazing. And to eat Italian food all the time. Count me in.
Pasta every night. And wine.
Yeah. Wine every day. They seriously do drink wine. Like, it's part of their.
I do the same. No
I mean,
judgment
true.
here.
No judgment here either. But it was like insane when I went.
Back to my uncle and I drinking 2 bottles of wine every night. Him and I, so his rule while cooking is white wine while he cooks and red wine while he eats dinner.
Okay.
But he doesn't stop with just one glass. He drinks until he's done. And like, so did I. And so it's a lot of fun because it was like me, my uncle, and my aunt, and like my baby cousins. Like they would help where they could, obviously, because they're like 2-3 years old.
Okay.
And so they helped where they could, but we would all just like cook together in the kitchen, and
That's fun.
it was so much fun. And they cook some of the best food ever, and they like to try all these crazy cool recipes. And so we would just drink and cook, and then we were done cooking, we switched to red wine, and we would drink red wine until we finished dinner. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I wasn't a big wine drinker. I honestly didn't necessarily love it at first, but
That's how it was. I didn't like grapes either. Yeah, I know they're different, but
I would always try my mom's. Like they would have a glass of red or something, and
okay.
I would try it. That's how I got it.
That's how I started.
And she would have a glass of wine.
She would do that. I would try to sip. I'm like, I don't like it. And then a couple months would go by. I tried again. I'm like, I don't like it. And then you get to college and you drink the box wine or the bagged wine, and you slap the bag, and then and it's like super sweet and crappy, and then you have like the worst hangovers known to man, and then it just gets better from there.
It can't get worse, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think, yeah. It can't get worse than that.
Okay. Milan.
Yeah.
Go to karaoke song after 2 glasses of champagne.
So I'm not really like a karaoke in front of a lot of people person.
Same.
But if I had to choose, I Know You Want Me by Pitbull. I love me some Pitbull.
Cute. That's a
I
good
feel
song.
like it would get the crowd pumped.
It really would.
I know you want me. Hey, know you. Yeah,
I like that.
I saw that. Okay, Michaela. What's your most oops drunk story that you're willing to share?
I was at this party one time. A little too many drinks in.
As one would be.
It was in a barn. And I had to go to the bathroom. And there was no bathrooms in the barn. So I had to walk across the cattle guard. Which is one very impressive that I made it across without falling in. Then I went over to the fence and went to the bathroom. And was so drunk I fell onto the barbed wire fence and scraped my entire back. No one was there. Actually, my friend came with me, but then she saw the cows and ran to the cows and left me. I couldn't sit down and I had practice the next day.
What did you practice?
Livestock judging. I'm like, yeah, let me tell you about something I learned. So that's my story.
Don't go pee next to a barbed wire. I try not to get near them, knowing me.
I didn't even realize that it happened, and you had to wear starched jeans.
To practice?
Like, I mean, it's I was still hurted for weeks, but like when we went places, we had to wear jeans.
That sucked.
Yeah. Okay, Milan. I feel like I know this answer. But do you believe in the 5-second rule for food or for wine? Or how about this? Both.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If it looks decent and there's not like any hair on it, yeah, for sure.
Even at a restaurant?
In public, a little bit different.
I agree.
But I will say, if I drop something on the floor of a production facility floor, I'd eat it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the cleanest freaking floor ever. Maybe a little too clean. But oh yeah, I've done that before, so.
I would eat it too.
Absolutely. Michaela, what's the most embarrassing text you've sent after a night out? I want to hear. I don't know.
I don't know. When I'm drunk, I always call my mother.
Me too. I'm sorry, Mom, when I wake you up at 2 a.m.
The ass crack of dawn.
Literally, I always wake her up and she's, what is going on?
When my mom and I get drunk together, or get drunk, we call each other.
My mom doesn't call me when she's drunk. What the heck?
And then it's great when we're both drunk at the same time. And through college, it would be like, I'm on Northgate, and she calls me, and I'm in a bar. And she's like, Jim, send her money for a shot. I'm like, yeah, Jim, send me money too. Send me money for a shot.
Send me money too. I need shot money.
So I'd say that's definitely not the most embarrassing, but what I'll tell you is that I FaceTime my mother. I will be like in the middle of a conversation. If my mom calls me, I'm answering.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Especially if I'm drunk.
Oh, yeah. Okay. If you were a wine, would you be sweet, dry, bubbly, or bold? And why?
I think I would be Give me a second. Let me cook.
Let me cook.
Like a brute kava.
Okay.
A dry and bubbly.
Uh-huh.
I feel like there's times where I'm just like, I just want to sit by myself.
Yeah.
And just, or like with other people. Look, you know how to use chopsticks. And not want to talk to nobody.
I feel that.
And then there's times where I just can't stop laughing and I just sound stupid when I say the most outrageous things. So that's probably what I would say I am.
I agree.
Thank you.
Milan, are you more of a morning coffee or a late night wine person?
Definitely not morning coffee, late night one, but so I hate mornings, which during harvest season can be a little tricky, but I power through and I actually really have a good time. I just tend to not talk to people for the first 2 hours.
Same.
Like, you gotta give me some time to reawaken myself.
I feel like I saw that this harvest.
Who's most likely to cry at a commercial? You or me?
Me. I cry at everything.
No! Cries.
Folks, I just dropped my sushi.
No, sushi, no. It's really good, huh?
I think I'm a little influenced. Okay. Milan, what's a college story that still makes you laugh or cringe to this day?
Oh, shish kebab.
God, my mouth's on fire. I think they keep getting hotter.
I don't think it's not. It's like spicy, but it's not like that.
Mm.
Okay, a college story that makes me laugh or cringe. That is really stinking. Okay, I have one.
Got it.
So I had to take the soil science class, and we were supposed to dig up dirt. And where I lived at the time, I didn't do anything bad. It was just dumb. It was just really dumb. And I'm supposed to dig up dirt, right? And if anyone knows how Texas soil is, which honestly probably should have registered in my head that I was doing something not the smartest, it tends to be really clayey and hard to dig. I started digging in my backyard and I was not having it. Not having it. And across the street, like literally in my little street, they were building more houses. And there was a big mound of dirt. And I thought, okay, that's the dirt they probably just dug up. And it's same. It's like right there. And I heard, okay, I'm gonna go grab some of that dirt. And I grabbed it. I think that's considered dirt and not soil. What I grabbed was considered dirt and not soil.
Probably.
So I took it to class the next day. I prepared it perfectly because you're supposed to let it sit out and dry, and you're supposed to crumble it as much as you could. And then you had to go to class the next day and grind it to like make sure like you got those little tiny particle pieces. You're supposed to do a whole bunch of testing on it, and then you're also supposed to send a sample in to their soil science lab. Yeah, so then by the end of and you're supposed to do a whole report on it. My report was amazing. And I chose like the parameters of where I said I did the like grab the dirt was where I said I grabbed the dirt from. And I came to find out they brought that dirt in from somewhere else and they use it to build houses on, and it wasn't actually soil from the ground. So all my numbers just were completely wrong. But I did a really good job on my project and everything else. So
Still got an A.
yeah, still got an A. In the class or on the project? On the project, I got an A.
The project.
In the class, probably no. I'm a terrible test taker.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
Like really bad.
Okay. Do you like freak yourself out?
Yeah, I overthink, And it happens every single test. At least 10 of the answers, I know the right answer. I'm about to pick the right answer, and then I second guess myself out of it, and I choose a different answer. And I'm like, I gotta pass. I gotta pass.
Same. I gotta pass.
Okay, what's your biggest poor decision that turned into a great story later?
I don't think I have one of them. I think they just ended up being poor decisions. Okay. I think we have this in common. But who in your life first introduced you to wine?
My mama. She did.
My mama. Like, she just drank wine around you. She made, like, what do you mean
she
by
did the nines. Drank wine, took us to wineries when we were little.
Oh,
We'd
okay.
play outside, and then she's actually how I got into deciding that I wanted to make wine. I feel like wineries are big in California, but deciding to become a winemaker or work in a vineyard isn't really talked about very often, just depending on where you're at. And
like in the sense of going to a winery, or just in general, like the area talked about winemaker.
I just think in general, like in
Okay.
like where I lived, it's just they didn't really talk about making wine as being something that you could do.
Oh, okay.
And so I went to her. I was still trying to. It was in high school, and I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to go to college for. And she's like, "What do you like to do?" And I was like, "I'm taking this chemistry class right now, and I'm really liking it, and I was really good at it, and I loved that. I'd always been working outside, and I loved to travel." And so she was like, "Like it takes chemistry to make wine." I was like, "I'm gonna do it."
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's how I got into the wine industry. And like back then, I didn't like wine. I barely even ate regular table grapes, but obviously over time I've learned to grow and like it and really appreciate it, and especially like working and spending my time not only doing the work but getting to work with so many people that are just so intelligent and smart and just know so much. It's insane.
I agree.
It's definitely something I've grown to love for sure and take a lot of pride in.
That's really cool. I hated chemistry.
Oh, I loved chemistry. It was so much fun. College chemistry, on the other hand, that's a different story.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. But you keep filling my glass, but you're not refilling your glass, so you need to be drinking a little bit more. Because I'm feeling the heat on the cheeks.
Hot cheeks.
What pet peeve can you not stand? Wine related or not? Your choice.
Okay, I'll do one for both.
Okay.
So wine related. This isn't at anybody. And the people who do this, I absolutely love them to death. But they open a brand new bottle even when there's a bottle already open. And so yes, and we have to pour out so much wine because it goes bad because they just keep opening new bottles. Or they don't they don't pump it correctly, so it goes bad. And yeah, that infuriates me. I think especially because I'm spending so many hours working on this.
You are.
And you too. Both though. Like you're spending a lot of time in the vineyard, and then I'm spending a lot of time like making the wine, and so either way, like we're both spending.
Oh,
like,
I see what you're saying. I thought you meant spinning.
No.
Sorry.
So that's that. My other biggest pet peeve is I'm trying to think.
Like it's a waste. You're wasting hard work.
Yes. It's like a waste of hard work and hard earned money down the drain.
For sure.
Okay, so not wine related. So here in Texas, everyone turns so slow. Have you realized that? Everyone here just turns.
I just noticed that they all can't drive.
Yeah, that too. They turn so stinking slow, like they feel like their wheels are gonna pop out of their car if they go more than 5 miles an hour. The light is green, go. Turn lights, not that long. We got maybe 20 seconds to get 50 cars through. Move it or lose it. Like, that gets me frustrated. And then when I'm when I'm in the car that actually like the red light hits and I'm there at the line, I'm like, there's like a big gap in between the cars. Like, you idiots. No, and then it's a green light and they stop at the green light before they turn. It's a green light. You go at a green, you stop at a red, you slow at a yellow. Move it. I've had to slam on my brakes so many damn times because like they just don't move. I wonder why there's so much traffic out here.
Honestly.
And accidents. Be so for real. You're on your phone.
That's okay. Be so for real.
So,
all right. Cheers to that. Texans can't.
No, ma'am.
Or when it's like you're merging on lane. Do you know what I'm talking about? But it's its own lane, so you're like, it's a turn, but it has its own lane, and they know, and they don't drive.
Yes. No, I love my Texans. They just can't drive. What's a goal you secretly want to achieve in the next year?
Personally, through my career, not like in my job title, but
yeah,
I'd like to learn a lot more. Maybe that's a stupid goal, but
never.
It reaches me to my ultimate goal of managing vineyards. That'd be really cool.
I feel like there's so much.
And I feel like if you like knew a little bit more about me, which you will.
Me or them?
Everyone. You'll understand why that's probably a very good goal to have, is to want to learn more about the vineyard.
Yeah. I feel like the wine industry is so niche, but has so much information.
I agree.
And like I'll say something, I'll talk to people about wine, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so smart." And but like to me, I'm like, "No, I'm not."
I agree.
Like I am not. Like, yes, I know the handful of stuff, but there are these people out here that just know so much more, and they just know. It's just crazy to me how much people know. It's impressive.
I agree. But look how much we've learned from just
Not true.
a couple years of working. So like these people that have been working there for
their whole life. Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, last but not least. If the podcast becomes super successful, who's the first celeb guest you'd want to have join you for your ass?
Brittany Broski. She's freaking hilarious.
She's so funny.
I'd want to do it in her studio though.
Okay.
I want the light. Yeah. Have you seen Brittany Broski?
I have no idea.
She's an Aggie grad too.
I feel like you've actually talked about her.
I think I definitely have. She is like so stinking funny.
And what does she talk about?
God knows what. It's like random. But she'll have people come and she asks them like the most funniest questions, like random questions. When she was, I think she said when she was 19, she wrote like this whole book story, like love story. Oh, it was about one of the Sprouse twins and her. And so when he came on this, she was like, "So I wrote a whole monologue when I was 19, and here it is." He was too stunned to speak. No, you loved it. Anyway, Tessa, she's just so stinking funny. And when she like starts a podcast, or is it a podcast? Is it a video? I don't know. She claps to start, and this bright light just shines on you, and it's stinking awesome.
It's stinking awesome. And everyone gets so afraid.
No, if I was ever on her show, I'd bask in that glory.
Let the light shine.
Let the light shine on me. Yeah.
Little Disney for you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, everybody, that's the end of episode 1 of our first podcast of Unfiltered Uncorked. We popped a bottle of Veuve Clicquot Rosé champagne, shared some stories, answered a few questions. But if you have any recommendations of wines you'd like to hear more about, or would want to see something, or you even have a book or a movie or TV show about wine that you would like us to talk about, definitely let us know.
We're so excited to keep this going, and we've got plenty more laughs, wines, and even a few special guests coming our way.
Thank you for hanging out with us for our first pour. If you like what you heard, follow along, share it with a friend, a family, a foe, and of course, grab a glass and join us for next time. Until then,
Together.
stay unfiltered, stay uncorked, and remember, sip happens.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're done? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the ground. And remember that 5-second rule that you were talking about? Start sipping.